Stas23 here, and today we have the top 10 most carried knives for February 2023. These right here are probably the newest, so they didn't really make the list because of that. But currently I'm testing this awesome Terra fixed blade, USA made, young guy, and he does some phenomenal work. Definitely want to see this review. I just finished the testing of it, and I'm working on the review now. But I like this one so much that I had to check out another one. And this is one of his smallest models. This is his MK4, I believe, drop point. And I'm pretty sure this one's in Magna Cut. It's a nice 3-finger grip knife. Still has that same fit and finish as this one right here. And I'm excited about it. It's got that beautiful rock texture, nice and thick scale, so it fills out the hand. I can get all the way by that tip. Nice Kydex with like a tech lock system on it. Very, very cool. If you like fixed blades, you definitely need to keep your eye on him. He does drops periodically, and I think you'll be pretty happy with your purchase. All right, now these two are probably the newest that have come in. And this one I picked up off of Amazon. This is the TRIVISA Dor. It has a nice drop point blade with a beautiful stonewash finish, a 14C28N blade steel. This one is a button lock, and it has nice and contoured scales. And of course, I spine whacked this one as well. And no problem. Nice and solid lockup on this one. And the next one is the newest Miguron Akri, however you say it. This one is the newest version with the 14C28N blade steel and the hollow grind. So I believe I'm just going to do some testing on this one, and if y'all want to see the testing of the hollow grind, y'all let me know, because I already reviewed the DC53 one that had the flat grind on it. So as far as like the knife comfort and all that and action, it's the same. And then the flashlight I've been carrying quite often here lately is the Rook. This is a collaboration between Vosteed and Reylight. It's a nice and bright light. I love that it's a tail clicky, and it has a nice titanium pocket clip on it with titanium hardware. Nice size, great EDC size. Not sure when these will be available. I know they did a Kickstarter campaign for them, but I'm sure they will sell them on their site as well. When they do, I will leave links to this. Any of this stuff that is available, I will link it down in the description. Like I said, some of it will be, some of it won't be. All right, let's get into the top 10. All right, number one, we have from Karambit.com, the M3 UDT. And I picked this one. I got this one because I don't have any Karambits, I haven't had any on the channel, and I like to show different things. And I always wanted to try to learn how to use a Karambit. And yeah, it's going to be a challenge, but I definitely think it's something, that makes this hobby fun. And this is a nice one. I'm definitely going to do a review on this one. But if y'all like this kind of stuff, maybe I'll get some more tactical style knives. All right, number two, we have the Vosteed Corgi, and I've been carrying this one a lot. It's been in the pocket a lot. Currently, they're unavailable on Amazon, at least when I checked today, but they do have a pre-order on their site. I will link the Vosteed site, so if you want to get in on that pre-order, I think they're going to be shipping on the 28th of this month, if I remember correctly. You have that back flipper, and you have the front flipper and a beautiful drop point blade, a 14C28N steel. You have a nice little brass inlay on this one with the black micarta, nice and softened, very neutral grip on here. So it's going to be comfortable pretty much however you hold it. Very, very nice. And I'll show some spine wax of this too, because I know there were some concerns with the Vosteed button locks, but it seems like they may have took care of the problem. I will keep testing this one, and I'll let y'all know if I have any issues. But so far, I've been carrying this one for a little bit over a week now, off and on, and I've been really, really enjoying it. It's just a nice, slim, streamlined package, and that blade shape is, one of my favorites. I love that drop point. Number 3, we have another Trivisa knife, and this is a pretty interesting one. This is the Trivisa Cam. This is one of their more premium models with M390 steel. You have carbon fiber and titanium for the scales. Now, it's not a normal titanium frame lock. It is a integral, which just means there's one piece of titanium that they milled out the inside. And that's a pretty risky process because if they mess up, they got to scrap the entire chunk of titanium that they used. This is a very thin, streamlined knife, kind of like the CRKT CEO. It's a front flipper, has great front flipping action, and it is a traditional flipper. The only thing that I found I didn't love is the jimping on this flipper. As you can see, it is a little bit rounded over and it can be a little slick. The jimping on the front flipper is much better. As you can see, it's a little bit finer and it grabs the finger a little better. I just wish this one was a little bit more grippy. Now, I can flip it, majority of the time without slipping off, but see, there you go. Just something to note. This is probably, out of any of the CEO style knives, this is probably my favorite one yet. I just like the overall aesthetics. It's built very, very well. Way better than the CRKT CEO by far. And it's built better than both of my Bokers, that Boker Quick and Air and the other Boker CEO style knife that I reviewed on the channel not too long ago. One coming from Tools for Gents. This is the ToolsForGents Rascal. And this is just a stunning, stunning knife with that cross-cut fat carbon. I think it's the Arctic Storm fat carbon. I mean, beautiful. Pretty sure these were Reylight made, very high quality. These are front flippers. I do wish this front flipper was a little bit higher, and I wish it was fine cut jimping. I mean, I usually don't have an issue, but I think it would have been a little bit easier, especially to do like that reach around right there and regular flip. Very comfortable in hand because you have those wide scales and they fill out the hand nicely. I just started doing the testing on this one. M390 blade, beautiful, beautiful satin finish on there. Tanto grind, and it's that drop point tanto. If I'm going to have a tanto, I much prefer to have this drop point. It's much more useful in an everyday carry situation. All right, the next 3 were pre-orders that I did, and we'll get to the two Urban EDC ones. So this is the Urban EDC LC. I absolutely love this knife. I love that drop point, called a Spear Point 2 M390 blade. This one has the green micarta with the black micarta inlay, titanium frame lock, hidden hardware on that clip. Beautiful action, and the front flipper is perfection. You can see that fine cut jimping. Take note, companies, that's how you do it right there. That fine cut jimping right there without rounding it over grips that finger so well. This thing rockets out. And I can do that. I love this knife because it's a perfect size for me, for my medium-sized hands. Now, if you have large, extra large hands, this one would probably be too small for you. Now, hopefully it's just my knife, but so far, I cannot keep this pivot from loosening up on me. I've Loctited it twice, and I've cleaned it really good, and it just keeps backing out on me. I don't know if it has anything to do with it's not a capture pivot, but you do have the Torx on both sides. So not an issue that way, but I don't know if that's something that would be causing it, because this thing fires out really hard and it's slamming against that backspacer. So it's causing a lot of vibration to that pivot, and I'm guessing it's causing it to loosen up. So I will keep y'all posted on that. Hopefully that, I can prevent that. I'm going to try some Teflon tape or maybe some Vibratite next and see how that goes. The next Urban EDC one pre-order was the Micro Shrike. Another one that I just absolutely loved the overall aesthetic of the knife. This is another small knife like the LC. These are like sub 3-inch knives. And it's such an easy knife to carry. Look how beautiful that contouring is on the micarta and on the titanium. Very, very nice. Now, only thing odd about this knife is how low that thumb stud is. Because if you're holding the knife like this, to get that thumb stud to where you can grab it, I have to like, it's just pinching my finger down like that. And then you got to make sure this finger's not on that lock bar. I don't know. I think it should have been up a little bit and then up. See, there you go. And then that way, even, you know, a little bit closer this way, it would have been out of the blade path as well. I don't know. It's pretty easy to reverse flick it though, that being that low, because I just put my finger down on it. Now, if you have large or extra large hands, this is probably not gonna be the knife for you anyway. I love the acid stone wash finish on it. I don't know how they get it that dark, but it looks great. Nice deep hollow grind on this one. Love that blade shape. It has a decent action. When I got both of them, when I got both of these, the action was super, super stiff. This one was, you know, not half as bad, but this one was very, very stiff. And it almost felt like they didn't cover the detent track a little bit because it was very gritty on the close, like it was rolling on acid washed finish. Now, I haven't taken this one apart, but I did tweak the pivot a little bit just to get the action to be a little bit better. And I put a little bit of lube on the detent ball because you could definitely feel that it was running dry. And if it did have that acid wash finish running dry, then that is really going to hinder the action. But so far, I love the knife. I can fix pretty much any of the problems I talked about. Besides, I'm not gonna raise that thumb stud up. I've gotten used to it by now. Super cool little knife though. Next one was a Kickstarter campaign, and I've been loving this one. This is the Kunwu Pulsar. Just take a look. Look at that. Would you look at it? Just look at that titanium. It has like a diamond pattern on there, and it shifts in the light whichever way you're looking at it, and it looks just stunning. Got a nice blade hole, great reverse flicker if you like that. Comfortable so far, and that choke up spot is money. Now, one thing I did know, I was doing a little bit of cutting yesterday, and I was choking up on it, and for my hands, where my hands sit, that ramp on that pocket clip, you can see it right there, is digging into my hand because it is up a little bit high. Hopefully that won't get any worse because it wasn't, you know, bad enough to where I felt like I had to put on gloves, but definitely could feel it there. LMAX blade steel, and I absolutely love that blade. I love everything about the knife. I love the size. I love the axis style lock. Love the action. It comes with a stiffer spring if you want your action to be a little bit stiffer. I love the action that it has right now. I mean, it's not going to shake out easily. Now, it does, you know, wobble, but it's coming back in. I could definitely shake it out, but I can shake out pretty much any of my Benchmades as well. Yeah, this one is a nice one. Nice crown spine. Kunwu has been killing it for, you know, what they're putting out and the prices they're putting them out for. I think these are still available on their site. The last time I checked, they were, but there was several of the G10 models sold out. So if you want one of these and don't want to wait for the next, you know, drop, definitely want to jump on this. Super, super good knives. They do a great job with their heat treats. They run them high, or, you know, their optimal range. So, yeah, love Kunwu. The next one is the Miguron Elgar. And I'll say right now that this is the nicest Miguron that I've gotten out of box yet, especially the premium. Let's say that. This is the nicest Miguron premium knife I've got out of box. And I think it's, you know, that milling pattern is beautiful. The action's nice. It's comfortable in hand. They're using S90V with this black PVD coating. I think it looks nice. I don't love how much sticks out of the pocket. It's not deep carry at all, and you got all that sticking out of the pocket. That's probably my only gripe. The action's snappy. You can use that hole if you want to do the reverse flick with it. Good access to that lock bar. So far, I've been enjoying it. And I think the reason for me loving this one as much as I do is because I loved a lot of the Migurons that I've bought, but they just had some issues that just irked me, and especially if they had inlays. The inlays had some issues, so I think they should do more of the milled pattern titanium like that. gives good texture. It's not overly aggressive, and it looks great. And they seem to do an excellent job with that. Next one's probably the newest knife I've gotten in from like a pass around, and that is this bad boy. This is coming from Knife Standards, and this is his newest model, the RR Station. And do yourself a favor, go read the background of how he came up with this design, because I thought it was pretty cool. Maybe I'll talk about it in the full review. But you have that Arctic Storm Fat Carbon. This is a big knife. There's the square RR pivot, kind of like Kivas Blade Works is doing as well. Tip up left or right-handed mill titanium pocket clip. This is a prototype. I'm not sure of the steel yet, but I will find all that out for the full review. You have a full-length fuller on both sides. That gives a very cool appearance. If you look down there, very cool. It's very well made. It's a bolster lock, as you can see. Yeah, I'll stay tuned. I will let y'all know in the full review how it is going. All right, last one I picked up from a good buddy of mine. I couldn't pass it up because he gave me what he paid for it, and it was a great deal. And that is my first Hinderer Knives Jurassic. This is just a plain black G10 with the battle bronze on the lock side. It's in 20 CV steel. I forgot how comfortable these were in hand. I handled them at Blade Show. This flipper tab is not half as egregious as the XM18s, even though it does hook up right here. It doesn't have that jimping right there, and this is somewhat rounded over. Comes out nice and fast, and this one is just no ordinary Jurassic. This one came with a beautiful deep hollow grind for BGM Knives. My dude right there. And this thing is a slicing machine. You know, Hinderers aren't known for being good slicers, but man, oh man, once BGM gets his hands on them, they are, just look at that. They are laser beam, great knife, comfortable in hand, great action. Yeah. So that's my top 10 most carried knives of February. Let me know what you carried most in February, and let me know out of any of these that you haven't seen a review from me yet. Let me know which one you'd like to see a review on first, and I do my best to give you all that. I've already done a review on these two, so I probably won't do another video unless it's talking about the pivot fixing of the pivot. So there you go. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. I hope everybody's having an absolute amazing day. I will see y'all on the next one. Hee 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 hee.